Is it working? Oh hell.
Oh hell. Oh hell.
Yo, that's it's working. I'm smart. No.
Yo, that's working. I'm smart. No. Yo, that's working. I'm smart. No.
Okay. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the most dead game there is in probably the entire continent or country or whatever. Now let me get chat open because I'm dumb and didn't do that beforehand. Okay, there we go.
Okay, there we go.
Okay, see if it's
Okay, there we go.
everything working.
Okay, see if it's
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, okay.
Give me 1 second.
1 second. 1 second.
Okay, there we go. If any of you people join right now, I am unable to look at chat for a while, so but yeah, let's get straight into this game. What should my name be? Most important part. What am I doing? Okay. Let's just go weather. Now, keep in mind, I've played this game before. I remember very little about it. I know it's not as it seems type deal. Hey! I see an annoying girl running toward me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. Also, I'd like to apologize for my horrible reading. I am very stupid, so let's do this. That girl is Sayori, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting. But if she sees it, but if she's going to chase after me like this, I'll almost feel better off running away. That is rude, my guy. I'm such a dick. There we go. Okay. However, I just sigh and I idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sayori catch up to me. Sayori. Oh. Hey. There we go. I overslept again. But I caught you this time. Maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait for you. You say that like you were thinking about ignoring me. I kind of was. That's mean weather. Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think we're a couple or something. Fine. But did you wait for me after all? I guess you don't have it in you to be mean, even if you want to. Whatever you say, Sayori. Say Sayori. Whatever. Say Ori. Okay. I'm not gonna even attempt to voice act these. At least I can use my phone to know how long I've been streaming for. Can I? Why does it say manhunt? Who knows? So I've been going for... Give me 1 minute. There we go. Okay, so I'm on the stream manager now. We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute. By the way, Weather, have you decided on a club you're to join yet? A club? I told you already. That's not her, that's me. I told you already, I'm really not interested in joining any clubs. I haven't been looking either. That's not true. You told me you would join a club this year. Did I? I'm sure it's possible that I did in one of our many conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about. That is mean. My character is a jackass. Sayori likes to worry a little too much about me when I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. Hell yeah, anime. I was talking about how I'm worried that you won't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. Your happiness is really important to me, you know. Look at this. How could you be such a jackass to such a nice girl like this? And I know you're happy now, but I die at the thought of you becoming a NEET in a few years because you're not used to the real world. You trust me, right? Don't make me keep worrying about you. Alright. I'll look at a few clubs if it makes you happy. No promises, though. Will you at least promise me you'll try a little? Yeah, I guess I'll promise you that. Yay! You guys can't see, but I'm actually making so many like hand gestures and facial expressions. Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her. I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind at least a little bit. Even if she does exaggerate every time inside her head. Hell yeah. School time. The school day is ordinary as ever. And it's over before I know it. I'm going to save because I remember the first time I played this, the very first time I messed up and just did not save. So I am going to do that right now. No, save game. Yeah, there we go. How do I return? Yeah, there we go. After I pick up my things, I stare blankly at the wall looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. Sayori wants me to check out some clubs. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Hello? Sayori? Sayori must have come into the classroom while I was spacing out. I look around and realize that I am the only one left in the classroom. I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting here and spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. I love Sayori. You don't need to wait up for me if it's going to make you late to your own club. Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought you know. Know what? Well, that you could come to my club. Sayori. Yeah? There is no way I'm going to your club. Meanie. Sayori is vice president of the literature club. Makes sense. Not that I was ever aware that she had an interest in literature. In fact, I'm 90% sure she only did it because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. Since she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed to the club, she inherited the title vice president. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club. Come on, please. Why do you care so much anyway? Well, I kind of told the club yesterday I would bring a new member. And Natsuki made cupcakes and everything. God damn it, Sayori. Don't make promises you can't keep. I can't tell if Sayori is really that much of an airhead or if she's so cunning as to have planned all of this out. I let out a long sigh. Fine, I'll stop by for a cupcake today, okay? Yes, let's go! Oh, it went silent. And thus today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. I dejectedly followed Sayori across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third-year classes and activities. Sayori, full of energy, wings open the classroom door. Everyone, the new member is here. I told you, don't call me a new member. I glance around the world. Around the world? I glance around the world. Oh my god. I glance around the room. Welcome to the Literature Club. It's a pleasure meeting you. Sarah always says nice things about you. Seriously? You brought a boy? Hey man. Don't assume my gender. Way to kill the atmosphere. Weather. What a nice surprise. Welcome to the club. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. Listen, Weather. What? You're thinking with the wrong brain. You're thinking with the wrong mind, okay? Alright. What are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it. Sorry. Natsuki. The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. Okay. She is also the one who made cupcakes, according to Sayori. You can just ignore her when she gets moody. Sayori says that quietly into my ear. Then turns back towards the other girls. Anyway, this is Natsuki, always full of energy. And this is Yuri, the smartest in the club. Don't say that. Don't say things like that. Yuri, who appears to be comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki. Well, it's nice to meet you both. That's me. I keep getting this mixed up. Well, it's nice to meet you both. And it sounds like you already know Monica. Is that right? That's right. It's great to see you again, Mother. Monica smiles sweetly. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talked, but we were in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. Basically completely out of my league. So having her smile at me genuinely feels a little... You too, Monica. Come sit down, Mother. We made room for you at the table, so you can sit next to me or Monica. I'll get the cupcakes. Hey, I made them. I'll get them. Little baby Karen. Sorry, I got a little too excited. Then how about I make some tea as well? The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. As Sayori mentioned, it's been widened so that there is one space next to Monica and one space next to Sayori. Natsuki and Yuri walk over the corner of the room where Natsuki grabs a wrapped tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Okay, are you ready? Ta-da! Oh, whoa! Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray and reveals a dozen white fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. The whiskers are drawn with icing a little pieces of chocolate. We're used to making ears. I really am hungry now. That sounds delicious. So cute! I had no idea you were so good at baking, Natsuki. Well, you know. Just hurry up and Just hurry and take one. Sayori grabs one first, then Monica and I follow. It's delicious! Sayori talks with her mouth full and has already managed to get icing on her face. I turn the cupcake around in my finger, looking for the best angle to take a bite. It's a cupcake. Take a fucking bite. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki. Why are you thanking me? It's not like Haven't I heard this somewhere before? Have you? Made them for you or anything? That's not my previous saved game talking, is it? Like how Undertale does. Like, if you start a new game mid-game, they'll remember everything that happened. Well, for the most part. And you'll get like little hints to where... Little hints that you were there before and you've done all that before. I don't know. Better not be pulling on Undertale. I mean, I know you're probably pulling on Undertale, but... Anyway, let's go. Oh, I can hit enter. Cool. I thought you technically did, Sayori said. Well, maybe. But not for, you, dummy. Alright. I gave up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismissed the conversation. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set, and carefully places the teacup in front of each of us, before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. And that's not true. Insulted Yuri looks away. I meant that, I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but at least I enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Monica raises an eyebrow and then smiles at me. So what made you consider the literature club? I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I should tell Monica that I was practically dragged here by Sayori. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori seemed really happy here, so... That's okay, don't be embarrassed. We'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the literature club, it is my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. Monica, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be a board member for any of the major clubs. Weren't you a leader of the debate club last year? Well, to be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. And if it encourages others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream. Monica really is a great leader. Yuri also nods in agreement. Then I'm surprised Then I'm surprised that oh my god. I am not a public speaker, then I am surprised that there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new, especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. Yes, that is some good attitude, Monica. But it makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, everyone? Yeah. We'll do our best. You know it. Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard to just find these three. Maybe that's why they were also delighted by the idea of a new member joining. Though I still don't really know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature. So Weather, what kind of things do you like to read? Well, I considered how little I've read these past few years. I don't really have a good way of answering that. Oh, great. Manga? I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. My sickly head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is especially impressive. Yuri goes on clearly passionate about her reading. She seemed so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes lit up that she finds her comfort in the world of books and not people. Okay, makes sense. But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. I'm not a reader. I really should read more. Woo! Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination, completely throw you for a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. I read a horror book once. I desperately grasp something I can relate to it at the minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. Really? I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you. I guess you could say that. But if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world. If only for a brief moment. I just hit my mic. I hope that wasn't horrible for you guys to hear. I hate horror. Okay, I was just making sure that the stream is still going. Ugh, I hate horror. Oh, why's that? Well, Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second. Never mind. That's right, you usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called Don't say it out loud. Give that back. Fine. Your cupcakes, your poems, everything you do is just as cute as you are. Oh, okay. Sayori slides up behind Natsuki. And puts her hands on her shoulders. I'm not cute! Natsuki, you write your own poems. Natsuki, you write your own poems? Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime? No. Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. Not a very confident writer yet. I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is to oneself. You must be willing to open your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. I guess it's the same for Yuri. Aw, I wanted to read everyone's poems. We all sit silence for a moment. Okay, I have an idea, everyone. Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monika. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. The next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way everyone is even. Yeah, let's do it. Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it would help us all get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Isn't that right, Weather? Monika smiles warmly at me once again. Hold on, there's still one problem. What's that? Now that we're back on the original topic of me joining the club, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind this entire time. I never said I would join this club. Sarah may have convinced me to stop by, but I have never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and I lose my train of thought. All four girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. But, I'm sorry, I thought, Weather, you all, I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? That is, if writing poems is the price I have to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls, right? Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes light up. Yes, I'm so happy. Sayori wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey. You really did scare me for a moment. If you really just came here for the cupcakes, I would be super pissed. Then that makes it official. Welcome to the literature club. Ah, thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem, bring it to the next meeting, so we can all share. Monica looks over at me once more. Whether I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continued to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food. Hey, Weather, since we're already here, do you want to walk home together? That's right, Sayori and I never walk home together anymore because she always stayed after school for clubs. Sure, might as well. Yay! With that, the two of us depart the club room and make our way home. The whole way my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls: Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course Monica. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. All right, I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm never good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. Okay. It's time to write a poem. Okay. I'm going to warn everyone. Yuri right here writes in cursive, and I suck at reading cursive. I mean, I suck at reading in general, but cursive in particular. Pick words you think your favorite club members will like. Something good might happen with whoever likes your poem. I don't know who's my favorite. Okay, I think anything that's a big word, like heaven sent, that's not really a big word, but massacre, anime, holiday, despise. Let's go silly. Okay, that's so Sayori thing. Swimsuit, dance, special, laugh, uncontrollable, secretive, twirl. Okay. Rain cloud. Okay. Electricity. What? What are these girls into? Warm. Unrestrainable? What the fuck, Yuri? What the fuck are you into? Papa. Death, inferno, flying, hopeless, unending, misery, water. No, that's not really a weird one. Breathe. Okay. Socks. Explode. What are you into, Yuri? Are you inventing bombs? Milk. Universe. Analysis. Sparkle. Atone. Disaster. Misfortune. Childhood. What the fuck? Disown. Why are you disown? That worries me. Hope. Okay. Poof. But poof. There we go. Okay. Okay, I think I'm gonna... How long have we been streaming for, actually? About 40 minutes. So I think I'm gonna end the stream there tonight and upload this to the good old YouTube. I'll see you all in the next one. Good